Welcome to the final part of this lengthy series. We just finished up on the Toho Godzilla movies, now it's time to talk about the American-made ones. You might be wondering, why didn't I include Godzilla King of the Monsters? Well, that was more of an American cut of a Japanese movie and less of an American-made movie. Talks for an American-made Godzilla movie began back in the early 80s. By 1992, TriStar acquired the rights to produce a trilogy of Godzilla movies. In the 1994 script, Godzilla was supposed to be a creature made by the Atlanteans. Yeah, thank God that got canned. After directing the box office hit Independence Day, Ronald Emmerich signed on to direct Godzilla, but only if he could do it his way. Originally, the Godzilla suit was going to be more traditional looking and with an actor being in motion capture CGI, but it was scrapped because it looked too much like a man in a suit. Ronald Emmerich's Godzilla would move fast and be different in its origin story. Godzilla is about various fishing ships are being destroyed mysteriously. The government seeks the help of an NRC scientist named Nick Tatopoulos, played by Matthew Broderick, to investigate. He soon discovers that the radiation is coming from a creature that is abnormally huge. But the worst is discovered when the creature, who turns out to be Godzilla, reaches New York City. Godzilla was a hit at the box office, but sadly not only did critics bash it, but Godzilla fans still disown it to this very day. Now that I'm gonna give my thoughts and feelings on this one, you're probably ready for me to rip into this one as well. Well, you're definitely gonna be disappointed. Say what you will, but I am a Godzilla fan and I actually like the 1998 Godzilla remake. Before you start to type away at the comment section, please let me defend myself. First off, fans' main complaints seem to be the fact that they made Godzilla grounded in reality. But the Christopher Nolan Batman movies pretty much did the exact same thing and nobody complained about that. Second, they complained about the design on Godzilla. What's so bad about this design? Toho actually did approve of this design, and personally, I think it looks pretty cool. Finally, critics didn't really like the characters. It's a Godzilla movie. No one goes to a Godzilla movie, let alone a giant monster movie for the characters. They go see it for the giant monsters. This isn't called Guy with Camera Assists Friend to Save His Ex-Girlfriend. It's called Cloverfield. But on the flip side to that, the movie does have its faults. The CGI is dated, it's far-fetched that a giant monster can hide in New York City, and there's too much time that goes by before we see Godzilla again. It's fine if you don't like it, but personally, it's not that bad of a movie. I give the 1998 remake of Godzilla 2.5 stars out of 4. There were gonna be more Godzilla movies, but due to the negative reviews, they were cancelled and turned into Godzilla the Animated Series. By the way, that show wasn't half bad either. Around the late 2000s, Legendary Pictures acquired the American film rights to Godzilla. The director they chose this time was Gareth Edwards, who directed a lesser-known movie called Monsters. From the first teaser trailer online to the TV spots, the hype for the second attempt at remaking Godzilla was undoubtedly high. In this remake, Godzilla is no longer a monster mutated by radiation, but a creature that existed millions of years ago. Also, instead of being a metaphor for the atomic bomb, Godzilla is more of a force of nature this time around. The enemies that he takes on this time are two original monsters called Mutos. They look a lot like a cross between Ogira from Godzilla 2000 and the Cloverfield monster. Godzilla is definitely a remake that is worth watching. Like the original, it does have a lot of dark and sad moments during the first act. But also, the opening credit sequence reminded me of the opening credit sequence from the 1998 remake. Although I will agree with others that Godzilla could have been in it more, I was totally captivated every time he was on screen. Not to mention that his roar sounded great and I could feel the roar in D-Box. But if Godzilla did anything similar to this, I would have thrown my money at the screen. Speaking of which, this Godzilla is the biggest one yet, and I really like this design, but the Japanese fans didn't think so. They said that Godzilla is fat. Since when did Godzilla become a supermodel? Aside from that, I had a few minor problems that I had. First was that when the people were speaking in a foreign language, there weren't any subtitles. Come on! Subtitles are not that hard to do. The other one was that I felt like the climax could have gone on longer. In conclusion, Godzilla is one of those movies that I can't give a true decisive rating on it just yet, but I will definitely re-watch. I give the 2014 remake of Godzilla 3 to 3.5 stars out of 4. So it was fun rewatching these movies again. Some were good, some not so good, but overall, there are movies that I will never forget and I had a fun time reviewing these. I hope they enjoyed these videos as much as I did. Thanks for watching.